Hi kids, how are you today? That's great. In this lesson, you're going to describe one's drawing about the stories or poems listened to using simple and compound sentence. Are you ready? Let's do this. Let's pull up the next slide. Before we move on to our main lesson, let's have a very short review of what you have learned last time. When we say phrase, it does not express a complete thought. Okay? Now, it does not begin with a capital letter and does not end with punctuation marks such as period, question mark, and exclamation point. Now let's have the examples. For number 1 is resourceful, number 2 the picture, and number 3 in the desert. Now take note kids that these examples do not begin with capital letters and they do not end with punctuation marks. Alright? Now let's have a sentence. When we say sentence, it expresses a complete thought. It also begins with a capital letter and ends with the punctuation marks such as period, question mark, and exclamation point. Now let's have the examples. For number 1, the crow is resourceful. Number 2, how are you today? And number 3, you did a great job. Now take note kids that these groups of words begin with capital letters such as in number 1 letter T, number 2 letter H, and number 3 letter Y, and they also end with punctuation marks. Okay? Are you ready for an activity? Let's do this. Let's pull up the next slide. Directions. Read each group of words. Tell if it is a sentence or a phrase. For number 1, Lorna wants a new bicycle. The correct answer is, well done kids, sentence. Number 2, flowers in the garden. The correct answer is, very good, phrase. Number 3, the cat jumped on the board. The correct answer is sentence. Number 4, ran down the streets. The correct answer is phrase. Well done kids. And lastly, James ate all the apples on the table. The correct answer is a sentence. Very good. Now let's have our main lesson. When we say simple sentence, it is composed of one independent clause, and that independent clause is composed of a subject and a predicate. To broaden more our discussion about simple sentence, a simple sentence is composed of a single or one independent clause, and that independent clause can stand by itself. It contains a subject and a predicate. Now take a look at our example. The crow was thirsty. This is an example of an independent clause or IZ because it has a subject which is the crow and a predicate which is was thirsty. Alright? Remember, simple sentence is composed of a single independent clause. It contains a subject and a predicate. Now for our examples, number 1, Lorna wants a new bicycle. Number 2, the cat jumped on the bed. And number 3, James ate all the apples on the table. Alright? Single independent clause for simple sentence. Now let us have compound sentence. Unlike simple sentence, compound sentence has two independent clauses. And these two independent clauses are joined by a connector. Okay? Now, to broaden more our discussion about compound sentence, I have here the meaning. Compound sentence is composed of two independent clauses. They are joined by a connector or coordinating conjunction, such as and, but, yet, or, nor, and so. Alright, you have to remember that. Now in our example, number 1, the crow is thirsty, so he looked for water to drink. Now the first independent clause in this sentence is the crow is thirsty. Okay? And the second independent clause that we have is he looked for water to drink. And the coordinating conjunction is so. This coordinating conjunction connects the first independent clause and our second independent clause. Alright? Now let's have another example. Mother washes the vegetables and she cuts them into pieces. Our first independent clause is Mother washes the vegetables. Our second independent clause is she cuts them into little pieces. Now, the coordinating conjunction that connects these two independent clauses is the word and. Okay, well done, kids. Now let's have our third example. I like the color purple, but my favorite color is blue. Now, the first independent clause that we have is I like the color purple. And the second independent clause is my favorite color is blue. And where or what do you think is our coordinating conjunction? Well done, kids. Our connector or coordinating conjunction is but. This coordinating conjunction connects our first independent clause and our second independent clause. Alright, kids? Now, are you ready for an activity? Let's do this. Let's pull up the next slide. Directions. Write SS for simple sentence and CS if compound sentence. Number 1. Ashley wakes up early. The correct answer is well done, kids. Simple sentence or SS. Number 2. Kelly likes to drink juice, but she doesn't like milk. The correct answer is very good. CS, our compound sentence. Number 3. I think I left my pencil inside my bag. The correct answer is very good. SS for simple sentence. Number 4. We ate pasta for dinner. The correct answer is well done, kids. SS. And lastly, today is my birthday, so mother bought cake for me. The answer is compound sentence. Well done, kids. Now, I want you to remember this. Simple sentence is composed of a single or one independent clause. It contains a subject and a predicate. When we say compound sentence, this is composed of two independent clauses. They are joined by a connector or coordinating conjunction, such as and, but, yet, or, and so. Okay? Now, that ends our lesson for today, kids. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Goodbye.